The AMA has introduced its first intellectual agenda in its 80-year history just a few short years ago. I'm happy to share that we've continued to engage the world's foremost industry and academic thought leaders in the field. They've come together to create the AMA new 7 Big Problems book series, which is a new set of actionable insights for the 21st century marketer. Each book takes a deep dive into one of the 7 big problems and strikes a skillful balance between theory and application. It'll provide frameworks for the marketer to navigate both their opportunities and their challenges in today's global marketplace. Ultimately, the book series will address 7 big problems confronting marketers today. Problem number 1, identifying high-value sources of growth. Problem number 2, defining the role of the CMO in the modern enterprise. Problem number 3 is managing the digital transformation of the modern corporation. Problem number 4 is generating and using insight to shape practice. Problem number 5 is dealing in an omni-channel world. Problem 6 is competing in dynamic global markets. Lastly, problem number 7 is balancing incremental and radical innovation. What's great about the 7 Big Problems book series is they were written both for and by marketing professionals and marketing scholars, using frameworks that were drawn straight from practice and telling stories of how marketers have overcome seemingly impossible dilemmas. The fundamental aim of the 7 Big Problems book series is to hone practice for the 21st century marketer, exploring the critical tension between best and next practices. Best practices, of course, save you time and money and take the guesswork out of some decision making. But if everybody is only using best practices, we've all become karaoke marketers. Instead, you need to complement your best practice frameworks with next practices, ideas that will differentiate your organization and allow it to outperform. And when you're finished reading this book series, you'll feel energized and think very differently about marketing. And you'll feel empowered to return to your organization, share these ideas, and have an impact enterprise-wide.
As Russ just noted, the overall AMA book series is focused on the 7 big problems of marketing. So how do we figure out which book fits the series? Well, each of the books had to pass 6 criteria. The first, not surprisingly, is the book had to be focused on one of the big problems of marketing. Second is the books need to be focused on the audience of the thoughtful practitioner. It does not mean that other folks like students or academics won't find it interesting, but the fundamental center of gravity for each book is the thoughtful practitioner. Third, each book is focused on an integrated framework. We could have had books that had essays, but that's really not the approach we took. Instead, there's going to be a holistic framework that provides a way for each reader to work themselves through the overall volume. Fourth, each book is field-based. That is, their client stories, client narratives, and the chapters are brought to life through these particular client experiences. Fifth, each book in the series actually does incorporate academic literature as appropriate to tell the story that's useful for the thoughtful practitioner. And finally, each book is easy to read. It's not jargon-laced with academic terms and concepts. Finally, we are incredibly excited to bring this book series to you. On behalf of AMA, as book series editor, I'm very much looking forward to finding out how you find the books and looking forward to your commentary and feedback.